Let's get it. Let's get to work on this one, y'all. So here's how we're going to do this. I got a couple topics I want to get into. Showing you exactly how our enemies are used against us. And showing you how our enemies operate against us. Right? So we're going to start off with something that's kind of trending right now. This whole Kanye West. And like I said before, it's to me, it's interesting the amount of so-called woke people who will make excuses for those who go against us. And by contrast, we've seen what happened with other groups when they feel that they have been disrespected or undermined or threatened. So I'll say it like this, like we know what Kanye said about the Jews wasn't really a threat to them. The point is, potentially someone with his influence, it could be detrimental if it's allowed to pass. See, most people believe in nipping things in the bud. Meaning that we're not even gonna let it get out of control. As soon as we see that there's a potential threat or somebody that's going against the cause or the agenda or the narrative, it's time to put an end to it right away. So the contrast is this. We have a lot of people who, okay, Kanye's a genius. Kanye's musically, he's the shit. I agree. When it comes to music, creativity, Kanye is that dude except for in fashion. But when it comes to music, this dude he's the truth. I like his music. I don't buy his music, but when I hear, I've never heard a Kanye song that I thought was whack. So we start caping for dude, regardless of all the many things that he has said and done that goes against us, including wearing swastikas. Now, it's not like a swastika is a threat to us, but we know what it represents. It represents a white supremacy resistance that led to mass genocide and by a fascist group that was, amongst others, against us. So that's still a signal out there. That's really signal boosting and really giving some type of light to those who don't like us and who would harm us. Then he said slavery was a choice. And people try to make excuses for that. But you notice anytime he goes against us, there's no backlash by the white media. The mainstream media doesn't care if he goes against us. And apparently half of us don't care, or a lot of us don't care if he goes against us. Then he wears a White Lives Matter shirt recently with Candace Owens. Now, Candace Owens is someone who she said some real things before. She said some real shit before. There's some things that she has said that I agree with. But overall, we know she's a treacherous bedwench coon who does nothing but make excuses for the police that murder us. Every time there's been a high-profile police who murdered one of our people, she makes excuses and wishes well for the police, says they should be found innocent, and undermines and blames the victims who were murdered. And now we have the same thing going on right here. This is actually a quote from Kanye West. He says, George Floyd passed away because of fentanyl, and the cop's knee wasn't even on his neck like that. In other words, hey, it was his fault. In other words, hey, let's exonerate the police from any type of accountability. That's right in line with the Candace Owens. That's right in line with slavery was a choice. That's right in line with White Lives Matter. Because remember, White Lives Matter was only created to undermine Black Lives Matter. Now, I'm not talking about the organization Black Lives Matter. We don't really rock with that. We're talking about the sentiment, the statement, the hashtag that has been used to leverage our message. So he's wearing a White Lives Matter. When we know White Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter was only created to undermine. It was created by those who did not give a damn about the innocent Black men, women, and children that were killed by the police unjustifiably. So when he's wearing something like that, he's signal boosting to right-wing, racist white folks who already have something against us, who already make excuses and say things like back the blue and Blue Lives Matter only when they're killing us, because the blue lives don't matter if they feel like their freedoms are being infringed upon. See, the blue lives didn't matter when they rushed the Capitol on January 6th. They killed police. The blue lives didn't matter when they raided Donald Trump, and all of a sudden they went from going against defund the police and defund the feds and other organizations that have been detrimental to us. All of a sudden now they want to totally abolish the feds because they kicked in the door of someone who was hiding nuclear secrets, or who stole nuclear secrets from the White House. Talking about Donald Trump. See, I'm not getting political with this. What I'm showing you is it's all political. I'm not getting right, left, Democrat, Republican. I don't care about none of that. What I'm saying is the messaging and the narrative. So when they're killing us, it's back to blue. And they do that on purpose. See, white folks don't really like the police like that. But these racist ones will back them when they're doing their bidding, which is killing us, undermining us, oppressing us. But anything that goes against their wishes and desires, they're ready to abolish, defund, get rid of the police and the feds. See, now it's abolish the feds, defund the feds, because they went into Trump's house. When we were saying, hey, the FBI is the same people who killed Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, set up Mumia Abu-Jamal, put guns and drugs in our communities. Oh, they would never do such a thing. They're of the most highest integrity. Oh, but then when they knock on the door of their fearless leader who illegally stole top secret documents from the White House, all of a sudden, defund, abolish. See, they only use it as cap. So that's the danger of a White Lives Matter t-shirt. Because he's playing to a particular base, and it's not us. He's playing to a particular ideology and sentiment that actually goes against us. And then when he undermines George Floyd, who was publicly lynched in broad daylight, something that set off a resistance that was very much needed, he blames his death on fentanyl, not on the asphyxiation caused by the knee to the back by the police. So the danger of that is this. See, white supremacy will use any of our own against us if they can. Not that they like Kanye, not that they like any of the coons that they signal boost, but it's the message. And this is why in the past I've said, like, yo, when someone speaks on our behalf, one of our own especially, or even if it ain't one of our own, it don't matter if we like that person. If what they said resonates as truth, signal boost it, encourage more of it. Don't undermine it because of who said it. Notice they don't do that. They don't like Kanye. When Kanye was saying George Bush doesn't love black people, they were saying that he's crazy, he should shut up, blah, 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 blah. If he ever says anything in our behalf, they're not going to give him the play they're giving him now. So it's not that they like him. It's that they could run with the message and the narrative and make him a spokesperson, knowing he doesn't really represent the sentiments of most of us. But the fact is that doesn't matter, because they have the audience that they can play this narrative to their people and make it seem like, hey, yo, this is the spokesperson. So now you don't have to worry about your racist views, or you don't have to worry about being counseled for your racist views. We're going to use one of their own. And then when they complain, we'll say, hey, this is what Kanye says. Doesn't he have a large following? Isn't he an adequate spokesperson? If he was saying something that went against them, they would be calling him crazy. But all of a sudden now, check this out. I'm going to use actually a clip from... let me see here. I'm going to use a clip from Roland Martin. You know it's sad when I could use Roland Martin. when I could use a Roland Martin clip against you, you know you fucked up. Check it out.
Ooh, the white nationalists at Fox News gave him all the white validation he needed. This is a compilation put together by Media Matters.
I was blown away by Kanye West. I really was.
It was fascinating. This was an unvarnished, authentic.
We've rarely heard a man speak so honestly and so fittingly about what he believes.
Kanye West is wise, he's unique, and certainly he's fearless.
He's a very important voice.
There's such authenticity to that it just makes me want to hear more.
Speaking truth to power, calling things out, and Kanye West does that.
He speaks truth to power.
He is one smart guy.
Look, they would not be saying this if he said Black Lives Matter. They would not be doing this if he said, hey, we have to do something about the police brutality plaguing black communities disproportionately. They wouldn't be saying that. Oh, I want to hear more. What they're basically doing is they know dude has a problem mentally. They know upstairs, you know what I'm saying, he's not the sharpest spoon in the drawer. They know that. And I'm not even saying this to disparage Kanye, but what I'm saying is what he's doing, regardless of what his mental state is detrimental to us. So it must be addressed. And we definitely can't support or make excuses. So they're egging him on to do more. They know he craves attention. He craves validation. So they're giving it to him in hopes that it'll continue with the same rhetoric that they can use against us. And they can use him as a spokesperson for us, so long as what he is saying goes against us. Then you can see they use coons like this. They use coons like Sheriff John, what was that dude's name? John Clark, something like that. David Clark, whatever his name is. See, they don't mind using our voices. They don't like these people, but they'll use their voices against us. They'll use their voices to shape a narrative. They'll use their voices to try to normalize this. And what that also does is that also signal boosts other coons. It encourages other coons to go against us, knowing that they can get a little bit of shine. They can get a little profile upgrading by doing these and saying these types of things. When have you ever heard Fox News say this about any person of color that was saying some real shit that we could agree upon?
Trying to be a force for good? Absolutely.
Yeah, he is.
Very special intellectual renaissance. When you consider like people like Tucker or Kanye.
Kanye's genius.
I'm going to make an analogy. Kunta Kinte and Roots. They got him out on a tree and they're whipping him. What's your name? And they want him to say left-wing liberal.
Kanye West refuses to live in that box.
I mean, you can't help but like him because he is not apologetic.
Yeah. Have I reached Alex Jones territory yet?
No, I think you're telling the truth.
Okay. And that's okay if you do.
I think he's dead on this one.
I know for me, it just made me think, man, we could reach so many more people with this powerful movement that believes in freedom.
I know that what I'm listening to is unique and interesting.
If Kanye West believes it, imagine how many more people out there maybe aren't talking about it, but would like to.
Exactly. And that's the point right there. The point is they can say that he represents a segment of society, black society specifically, but all society in general, that have this same sentiment. All he did is wear a shirt that said White Lives Matter. At a time where the consciousness of people is being raised because of the oppression, genocide, as we should call it, and police terrorism that's plaguing us disproportionately. That's what White Lives Matter came from. No one was saying White Lives Matter until we said Black Lives Matter. Then all of a sudden it's, well, Blue Lives Matter. Well, All Lives Matter. Well, White Lives Matter. That was only a response to undermine our legitimate aspirations for justice in regards to law enforcement being disproportionately used violently against us. So, of course, now they're going to back him when he is saying that, because what else did they need? But a celebrity with mega influence to say some dumb shit, now they could run with it. Hashtag bars. And that's what we have going on right now. That's why it's detrimental for some of you out there that's trying to make excuses for him. Well, he's just speaking the truth. Oh, well, don't make it a political Democrat, Republican thing. It ain't about that. I don't care what side of the aisle you line up on. That don't matter. You should be B1. Pro our agenda, which should be freedom, justice, and equality, and that includes reparations. You'd never hear Fox News, mainstream media, uplifting Kanye outside of the musical realm. They're the same ones who will tell Colin Kaepernick, just play ball and shut up. Or LeBron, just dribble and shut up. Or any other artist. We don't want to hear your politicalization of matters. We don't want to hear that. Just do what you're supposed to do. Get in the studio, make a song, blah, blah, blah. Except when they're saying things that they agree with, all of a sudden, oh, this guy's a genius. Oh, he's so smart. He's a Renaissance phenomenon. Now, let's take it to another step. Let's take it to another coon that is being used against us. You know who I'm talking about? I'm talking about Morris World TV and Taharka Bey, the sex offender, Taharka Bey. Now, we know that for years now, Taharka Bey has been going on his own to go against us. And I've told you before, everything he says is cap. Nobody really fucks with Taharka Bey. He claims he's from Baltimore. We're going to see. He claims he's about the liberation of our people, but he never speaks positive against anything that is going on in our communities. He only speaks negative about organizations and individuals who start to get some type of clout or influence or make any type of progress. It's like somebody sends him out to undermine and disrupt anything that could go in our favor. So in fact, everyone was excited about in fact because they stood up against the KKK essentially. He attacks them. NBPP attacks them. Sisters of the Underground, an organization that actually rescues women from sex trafficking and DV victims. He went against them, which makes sense because he is a registered sex offender with a lengthy record of beating women and children. So it makes sense. Of course, he'd want to get them out the paint. Most recently, it's been Malik Zulu Shabazz and Tariq Nasheed and the FBA movement. Sees something catching on, and he has to attack it. But first, let's get into the streets, because I told you the streets don't fuck with him. All the different organizations in Baltimore, he can't tap into them because nobody fucks with him. In fact, let's just go ahead and hear this. This is actually a clip from the Research Ninja, the Research Ninja by way of Onslaught Media. Let's peep gang.
I was on this panel, right? So I hit him. So he tried to talk about he at Park Heights. I told him I was in Baltimore, so he got mad because I told him he was from Annapolis. So I said, meet me. I said, I'm gonna come up Park Heights. I said tomorrow. So I said, he like, all right. So he called my big homie. That's a Grand Sheik at a temple down here near Poplar Grove. So my big homie called me like, yo, what you do to yo? He scared as shit. I said, nah, he on the internet fraud and he don't know who he talking to. Don't know if people linked into people. I said, yeah, get that nigga on the phone. I'm trying to hook up with that nigga so I can put the camera out and show who really real. So my man hit me back, was like, yo, he on the three-way. So I hop on the three-way. He like, what's up, brother? So I'm like, yeah, what's up with you? You out running your mouth. I said, I'm outside. I'm gonna come up Park Heights. What's up? So he like, nah, just check this out, man. I just come home I was in jail. I said, nah, I ain't trying to hear this. Don't keep coming at me sideways. I said, you not from Baltimore. You from Annapolis, but you try to use Baltimore as a scare tactic because you know this the city people respect. So he like, nah, I'm just saying.
So in other words, what dude is saying is that homie ain't from Baltimore. In fact, when we already pulled his records, we already know that the cases he caught was in Annapolis. So for someone who claims that all these organizations are so fake, this is the same dude who doesn't even represent where he's really from. He's representing somewhere like an hour away, trying to pretend that he has some type of street cred. And you know what? I've already peeped game because I said this before. Notice anytime he goes outside in the streets, he has to film it and he has to make a point to say, you see, I'm outside. I'm outside right now, see? Why? That's kind of weird, ain't it? That's almost like he knows he really can't be out there like that. So anytime he does, to validate himself, he has to make it be known that, hey, see, I'm out in the streets, I'm outside, y'all, because he knows it's not safe for him out there. The streets don't fuck with him like that. No real organizations fuck with him like that. Even the Moors, something that he claims to be, don't fuck with him at all, except for the ones who don't know his pedigree. So he is the fakest of them all. He's super cap. Remember Superhead? No, he's super cap. Because he ain't from Baltimore. He ain't about the people at all. You got to think, somebody who does the things he does. Elijah Muhammad said, he said, you couldn't fathom the depths of evil in the brain of Satan. Paraphrasing. But he basically said, like, we couldn't even conceive how evil Satan is. I'm not speaking mythologically. I'm speaking of just the evil within the physical realm that we live. We couldn't fathom how evil some of these people are. So to try to make sense of why he does what he does, all we could do is really speculate. And when it comes to Taharka Bey, all we could really do is speculate. Like, what is it that would make him persistently and consistently go against our people? Can you really be that much of a coon? Or is there somebody or some people that are holding something against him so terrible that he has no choice? So we know he's a registered sex offender at one point. At least in 2016 he was. He may not be now, but in 2016 he was a registered sex offender. And we know that his record has been scrubbed, despite the fact that we have found all kinds of hellacious, out of all the things that we found, and we know we haven't found everything because it's been hidden and scrubbed. That's what they do for agents. But there must be something, someone is hanging over this dude's head that is so terrible. He must, you know what I'm saying? It must be one of those things where he could be facing a lot of time or a lot of public ridicule if such things got out. It has to be even worse than the fact that he is or was a registered sex offender.
I said, nigga, well, I'm gonna see you in the streets. I ain't got no more rap. And my man was like, yo, he don't even know who he fucking with. I said, yeah, he don't. Nigga's a straight clown for real.
What do you mean? He said he was in jail.
No, he tried to come at me when I was telling him about, he tried to come at me with his story. You know how them niggas be. I was locked up for 10 years and then I came home and I went to Baltimore, but I cut him off. I was like, I don't want, I was like, I don't want to hear that shit, man. You ain't gonna come at me sideways with that old fake ass jail shit. Who haven't been to jail, my nigga? You know what I mean? Because he got mad because he was on there talking about the FBA shit. So he trying to start something up to go at Tyreek. But the little kid was on the panel, like, he was trying to tell him, you know, if your lineage from America, you know how it is, all that confusion shit. You just saying that they're American blacks. Like, what's wrong with that? People say they Muslims, Pan-African. Why can't them people say they what they is? So he trying to start up a beef with Tyreek to get followers and, you know, support. So what I was going to do was going to go down Fulton Avenue, because I don't be on this internet. I was going to go on Fulton Avenue, take a picture of that building, like you was saying, where he was frauding people's line, act like he bought it and all that shit. Like, remember that studio he had that was red and white and all that?
Right.
That's my man's shit. That's not even his shit. So my man caught me on the phone.
We've been told y'all that. Between me, Research Ninja, multimedia, we've told y'all that ain't, you know what I'm saying? It ain't him. That ain't his shit. And suppose it was his shit. Out of all the money that he raised, that's all he came out with was a studio. Cut it out. No more villains. All the same things that he accuses people of doing, he does and then some. Because remember, he's never accused anyone of the egregious things that we've seen on his record. He might say they're fake. They're not really about the movement, liberation. They're not sincere. Blah, 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 blah. But ain't nobody got paperwork like this dude. Ain't nobody got paperwork of beating women like grown men. Beating children like the police beat us. No one has that check mark of being a registered sex offender. So the people he goes after don't even have the same amount of egregiousness associated with them as he does associated with him. The people he goes against have a track record of helping our people, have street cred, have connections with other organizations and receipts for putting in work at the same time he was beating his women and children and committing sex crimes. See, this is why it's dangerous, because they use the worst of our people against us and prop them up as leaders and influencers and validate them. It's the same thing they do in the hip hop game, the rap game. Took off the public enemies, took off those who were speaking truth to power, replaced them with those speaking about drugs, guns, murders, bitches, hoes, homosexuality. And now they become our spokespeople. Same thing they do. They use these pedophiles, criminals, those who speak recklessly against us, and they prop them up to be our spokespersons by suppressing the message of those real ones who will speak truth to power. And those real ones who are really doing things in the community that should be supported get undermined, assassinated, disrupted.
Nigga a clown, yo. He like niggas don't be dealing with him. I say I knew it. That's why he on the internet acting like a fraud. And every time he see my thing in his chat, he gets scared and block me. I'm like, yo, I'll come up Park Heights right now. I'm like, my nigga, so he know who I know now, so he really scared. Yeah, that nigga crazy.
He's such a pussy punk ass bitch. You know, like I said, I'm not a content creator. I just come up here when these niggas. Why you even mentioning me? Why?
Right. You ain't say nothing about that man in a minute.
Since March, fuck that nigga. He ain't nobody.
Yeah, he playing on them weak ass people over there with y'all, cause he said hit the panel. I hit the panel. He kicked me off. Then he was running his mouth like, nigga, meet me up Park Heights and this. So I like, all right, I'm gonna come up Park Heights, nigga. I know the whole city. My uncles and them now run the city, but we can.
Look, we already know that he has a track record for calling out people, acting like he wants smoke, and then not showing up. He did it with Crystal Muhammad. He did it with Ali Muhammad. He did it with Prince Najee. Set the parameters for a fight and then duck the fight and act like he never actually admitted to wanting to fight. But I got the receipts on this channel. See, but now what's happening is he's making so many enemies. It's just not the internet anymore. Now the streets want to see him. Now the streets want to really pull up. Now those in his city, state, area, region want to see him. And it's a matter of time before they get him. And guess what? As his influence diminishes, he becomes less useful to our enemies, and they won't offer the same support. White supremacy always breaks their tools. He will be broken. He will get what he has coming to him. Because once they dismiss him, where is he going to run to? Understand that most of his audience, they're pedophiles and rapists and coons and agents and bots and white supremacists who support him only because he goes against us. Once he doesn't have the leverage, they're going to all turn on him. His legacy is already set in stone. for being a race traitor. His children are going to have to deal with the fact that their father, who not only abused them, not only abused their mothers, but is also going to go down in history as a race traitor during a time where our people are fighting for justice.
We know a lot of motherfuckers, like I'm born and raised here, so once he made that call though, he calmed straight down. He was like, damn, I ain't know you know him. Yeah, I told you I know niggas. Nigga, they my big homies. So now I can't catch him because he on the internet scared. So all you need to do, and that new crowd that coming over there, drop them motherfucking domestic papers back on his ass, and he a lifetime arrest offender. Yeah, because he trying to go at Tariq Nasheed with their little organization and trying to make him like he a fraud. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, this nigga crazy, yo. I got his ass though, because I'm gonna go up Park Heights this weekend, but I don't know how to get on. I don't know how to start this damn live up. I'm trying to see how I can get online and show people. Cause I want to record him when I pull up on him. You feel me?
Man,
and
ask one of them.
Let me say it like this, yo, brother. If you're watching this, don't do shit live. Now that you've said it, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Handle your business, whatever you gotta do what you do. Everything don't need to be on the internet. Is what I'm saying. Everything don't need to be on the internet. The karma, the universe will deal with this cat. That's guaranteed. That's already, it's already is what it is. It's already been written. He has to get what he has coming to him. So anyway, let's get to this right here, because you know, besides Tariq Nasheed, which he's doing partly for clout and also to try to diminish the movement, which he won't be able to do because the streets are behind it. This ain't just the internet. FBA is a real thing. The aspirations of reparations is a legitimate claim. It won't diminish, no matter what. The only way it could diminish is if our enemies are able to leverage the influencers that are agreeable to them. But the underground will never allow that to happen. People are waking up. People understand the real from the fake. So no matter how much they try to legitimize the fake, undermine the real, it can never actually materialize the way they want it to. But here we go with some more of his undermining of, and listen, Malik Zulu Shabazz, listen, I respect the fact that he's been in the game. I know there are people who feel some kind of way. They feel he's arrogant, he's an asshole, whatever the case may be. But just to be on code, I will never agree with a Taharka Bey. But this is Taharka Bey, and I just want to show you the flaws in his message.
Can't wait to see y'all wearing them. So we have, my sisters and brothers, stop right there. We have the tactical boots. Not just for the Panthers, all of you soldiers. Come on, bro. Oh yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see y'all wearing this. So we have, my sisters and brothers, stop right there. We have the tactical boots.
He said we have the
Not
tactical
just for
boots,
the Panthers,
not just for the
all of you
Panthers,
soldiers.
for all of you soldiers.
Come on, brothers. You want your boots? You want to get them? No need to look around. No need to try to get them from your enemy. You get them from the brothers and sisters who are fighting your same cause. Get them from us. A black source will get you a pair of black boots back.
So he said, if y'all didn't hear, I'm going to repeat it.
I can't wait.
And I could have turned it up. So look,
so we have, my
he said,
and brothers, stop right there.
He said, get your black boots from us. He said, don't get your boots from another source. Now here we go. He said, don't get your boots from another source. So what he say is, get your black boots. Y'all hear that? Press 7 if y'all hear it. He said, get your black boots from us. Don't get it from another source. Get it from a black source. That's what he said. Now, when he said that, I thought about it. Like, hold up. This guy has been a scammer. This guy has been a fraud from the first time he came on the scene, from the first time that the people sent him. a scammer. So what is this scam now? So the scam, I come to find out quickly, because see, these scammers, they're not right. So the scammer say he got
He can't even say it. It hurts his soul to even say anything that's pro us. He goes out of his way to do research just to undermine us. I mean, just think about that. This same effort could be put into, since he doesn't agree with any of the organizations or individuals that's about liberation and progression for our people. Since he doesn't agree with any of it, you would think that he has a better way that he would be promoting or working towards, but that's not the case. That's not his assignment. He understands his assignment. His assignment is to undermine, disrupt, and do all the things that counterintelligence program was doing in the 60s. We're doing against Marcus Garvey, was doing against Panthers, was doing against King, was doing against the Move. That's his job. That's his assignment. So instead of using any type of leverage that he could to be going towards what he says, is that he, would think he'd have a better way, since he doesn't agree with, since he doesn't agree with anything that any black, because you've never heard him ever say, hey, this is the way that we should be moving. Help me get this thing going. All he does is undermine. So he does his research only to undermine those who are actually putting in work. Whether you agree or not, doesn't even matter. You don't have to agree with everything. That might not be your cup of tea, but your job is not to undermine. We don't see Jewish people undermining each other, no matter how egregious the things they do are. You don't see white people, Chinese people. You don't see other groups that will go so hard in the paint publicly against their own. They don't do it. We do it. And it's unfortunate because we also validate it, or we're so passive about it that we allow it to continue. Well,
New Black Panther Party military tactical combat boots, right? They sell for $84.99 on his website. That's what he claimed. Now, one thing that I noticed when I first seen the boot was, I said, hold up, this brother ain't got no tag on the boot. I see the new Black Panther clothing line right there that has been, clipped and scratched and pasted right there beside the boot, but that don't look like nothing official. So I had to go a step further. I said, what is this scammer up to tonight? So I did the boot. I looked closely at the boot. $89, $84.99. Yeah, I looked closely at the boot. And then I seen combat squat on the boot. And I said, hold up, wait a minute.
Yeah, this dude does more.
This
dude does more research against our people than white folks. Like you don't even see like Fox News going this hard against us. You don't even see none of these white supremacists going this hard against us. Why? Because they don't have to. Because Negroes like him will do it for them. Negroes who have sex offender passes, homosexuality tendencies, no cap, will do it for them. He does the work of white supremacy. The same way I just showed you how Kanye is only signal boosting and confirming and helping them create a narrative using our own people against us. That's what he does. So he does.
SWAT boot. I said, wait a minute. That don't look like it belonged there. See, I understand because I do a little bit of graphics that I can look at it and I can tell that somebody put that there. And they made it blurry so you would not come back and figure it out. But me and Moochie Bear had to figure it out. So we looked at it closely. And what we came to find is he was saying that these are black-owned boots. But no, brother. These are original SWAT boots here. And these boots here is you bought them probably off a discount. And I'm going to show you where you got them from. They are original SWAT boots. They're called original SWATs. But what you did was you had your little weak graphic guy change the SWAT thing to combat SWAT, and you made it blurry because the original is right there. Let's put them side by side and take a look. If you look a little bit closer, all right, that's right, I'm real petty because you're not going to be robbing our people.
He doesn't give a fuck about our people. That's number one. That's number one. Number two, which actually should be number one, is he's going to claim these are the same boots, but clearly, you know, remember, he has autism. He's on the spectrum of autism, Asperger's. He's admitted this. He has Asperger's. So, you know, it's like, maybe, you know, he might miss small little details. Who knows? But we could tell those aren't the same boots because you can see this one has an arch right here. This one is more flat. We can see the difference between the front here. These are not the same boots. Now, that's number one. Actually, that's number two. Number one is anybody who understands the importance of doing business with self understands that sometimes you'll have to pay a little bit more. So anyone who's serious would pay the extra $20 anyway for the boots, even if they were the same boots. Because you'll never have to tell a Jewish person, hey, shop Jewish, even if it costs you a little bit more. You'll never have to tell a Chinese person, hey, shop Chinese, even if you have to pay a little bit more. They understand the assignment. And that's why they have collected and aggregated the amount of wealth that they have and influence. See, it's us that look for a reason not to support ourselves. And it's people like him that spearhead these movements of why we shouldn't spend with ourselves. But no, those are not the same boots. You can clearly see those are not the same boots. You can tell by the ridges right here. You can tell by the ink, you know, the way this kind of goes up. You can tell by the placement of the steel toe. You can tell by the arch. These are not the same boots. So, like, if he can't even tell that much, what the hell business do you have even listening to anything he says? I mean, we already have enough reason not to believe him. But just simple stuff like this should be enough for you to be like, he couldn't even get this right. Why should we be listening to him? You can even tell right here. Look at this. Not just the arch, but the design in the arch. Look at this. You have this right here, and then this right here. Here you only have this. It's not the same. Similar, but not the same. Even right here, not the same. But most revolutionaries would not mind paying more to do business with our own people.
Ever. Listen, what you need to do, family, if you want some boots and you're about the Black Panther, go get them for $69. Don't pay $89. Don't pay $84.
So here's what he's saying. He's saying that you shouldn't support your own organization and your own people. You should cut corners. You would never, ever, ever hear a Chinese person saying, hey, don't buy Chinese. Look at the blacks got it for cheaper. You would never hear them say that. Hey, look at the whites got them for cheaper. Hey, look at the Mexicans got them for cheaper. You wouldn't hear Mexicans saying don't support other Mexicans because the whites got them for cheaper or this other group has them for cheaper. You would never hear Jewish people saying, hey, don't support Jewish business because you can get it cheaper from people unlike ourselves. But this clown, Negro coon, traitor, agent, sex offending, woman beating, child abusing Negro will tell you, hey, don't buy black. This is the same dude who never goes against the police when they kill our own. Matter of fact, he finds a way to blame black organizations when police kill us. He never went against the dude who ran up and shot those people in Buffalo. He never went against the dude who ran up into the church in South Carolina. He didn't go against the police who shot that brother 60 times. He found ways to blame ourselves. He's pulling a Kanye West. Well, it was George Floyd's fault. The police killed him. He was on fentanyl. Well, the police didn't even have their knee on his neck like that. So you can't really blame them. The same energy.
a dime more. Yeah. And look at this. Look at this. They the exact same boots.
They're not.
And let me tell you how crazy these people are. No, he didn't get them from Alibaba. I'm gonna show you where he got them from. All right. Now this is how crazy and petty these people are to try to take advantage of our people. This is how crazy and petty they are. Now, if you give me 1 second. I thought I saved it. I'm gonna save it now.
Nah, it's enough. It's enough. I gave this dude more than enough attention at this point. But I just have to show you just exactly what we're dealing with out here, y'all. We have to understand exactly what it is that is coming against us and how it's being used against us so that we could properly combat these things. This is a whole sex offender out there trying to convince our people not to support each other.
Light this bitch up.
Trying to convince our people that people who actually been putting in work and organizations who actually mean well for us are the enemies, and he's our friend. He's our savior. He's our leader. He's the Grand Sheik. He's the people's champ. The same guy who, as you can see right here, let's go ahead and let's get this up. Let's not forget this part right here. Let's not forget that this dude is a whole sex offender out here. Nah, let's not forget that this dude registered and or lifetime sex offender. There's a Y right there. So why? His name sex offender. Birthplace, not Baltimore, Annapolis. Just like brother was saying. He's capping on where he's from. What the fuck do you think you can believe coming from him? This dude is a clown. We are past the time. Technology has leveraged in our favor that we could be our own narrative, and we don't need clowns like this in the paint. We got to get them out. The streets ain't fucking with him. You shouldn't be fucking with him. If you're gonna go watch his little live streams, you should only be in the chat, making him answer to this sex offender shit and giving him the smoke, which I've noticed has been happening more, but we need more of it. And if you're in Baltimore, pull up. See how he's doing. Check in on him. That's it, y'all. I'm out. B1 and B1. Peace.